It was so specific. It was like, David's black and, Tracy's character is written that way. And I was like, that's different. I've never experienced that before. So I was immediately interested and I was like, this would be fun, but like, no one's going to cast me because I'm not a singer. So, yeah, I auditioned and I really wanted it. And then I didn't hear anything and it was a long process. And eventually I got the part and I was sitting at dinner doing press and I was so excited. I almost wanted to cry because the Beyonce doc just came out, Homecoming came out and I was like, pop star. Yes. The process with Rodney Jerkins, who was our producer, Dark Child was our producer, was really helped me kind of find David's voice and even my own voice. Tracy says it best. She was like, sometimes it feels like the little children inside of us. She says the little girl inside of me is like screaming like, yes! Because, my parents are musicians. I come from New Orleans, so my dad's a jazz saxophonist and my mom's a jazz vocalist. And so music has been in my life and my family. I played jazz piano and trumpet, but like singing for real was like a dream of mine, but I didn't get a chance to do it. It didn't really work out for me. So to kind of to do that with Rodney, who's a professional, and to kind of encourage me and empower me and show me all these other artists and all these tools to kind of just let it all out was freeing, honestly. She wants the world to know that she's stronger than she's ever been. And it was so personal to her and even me. And we kind of shared this similar journey with like parents being musicians. And, I mean, her parents are very, very successful musicians, mine are, not the same, but, I respect them. They're great. But to kind of take that and we've kind of took a different route and started acting, and that became our outlet, our thing that made us. To experience this is different. It's very vulnerable, and it was nice to do that together because we just kind of fed off of each other. Because I played jazz piano and trumpet, it did give me a little bit of background into like what music and what that process is like and creating. And I recorded some songs like the Marsalis Family, and like I've been in the studio before, but it's just not the same when you have someone as great as they are doing something very specific and they're there to kind of guide you, and you know that like this is not about you. Whereas I'm supposed to be like an actual artist who's confident or coming into his confidence about who he is and writing songs. It was very specific, but it gave me the understanding of the world. And I could kind of take these references and pulls from my life growing up as a kid and reference, I watched a lot of videos as well of like Anderson Paak and Leon Bridges and Daniel Caesar and Gary Clark Jr. And like these were like those four guys that I kind of just pulled from. So even understanding their life and like the things that influenced them and their background and for Daniel Caesar, it was like growing up in the church, and I had that reference to kind of personalize for myself. So it was all these small little details that kind of worked out for me coming from the family I did. I really loved Chemistry. It's the song I play for Maggie in the car, when in my house when she comes to my party, and then she eventually remixes it in the car, and the remix is so good, and the song itself is so good, and I wish I could remember who wrote it, but it's just like it's like my type of song. I don't know, it's really sexy and kind of cool, but like kind of got a soulful vibe. And track 8 is fun, and there's a song that didn't make the movie that's so good. This all honestly, all the songs were they're just good writers. And Rodney, man. I'm not a comedian, so I do indie drama. So to be on a set with like Nisha, who's done almost every comedy sitcom or show that we love, and her expertise and her knowledge and her love for the craft is amazing. So it's like she's so giving and so patient with me. To be with Tracy, who is a comedic genius actually, and see how compassionate and patient she is with me as well. It's just to watch all of that happen and to see them kind of take Dakota, who is just a chameleon, and just to kind of work with Tracy and Nisha, and effortlessly we all just kind of come in and we just flow, and it's just nice to watch, and it's an experience I've never had before, and I'm just grateful that I got to be a part of it. So I mean, Ali and Tim Bevan and all those guys too, like the fact that they trusted me to do this is incredible, and I'm just grateful.